Big Herc916, positivity, motivation, and man, be a student of the game, so the game don't do you. And what I mean by that is, never have so much pride that you don't want to listen, that you ignore information or advice. You know, you think that you've lived a hellified life, but once you get out and you travel, you start talking to different people, and you know, you meet people that have been on this earth, you know, 4 or 5 more decades than you have, you realize that, man, you know, there's a lot to be learned. And so open up your mind, be willing to put aside your ego, and get laced up, man. I'm still a student, you know, and I don't claim to be a teacher. I share information, but I'm a student, man. I learn from people younger than me, people older than me. I look at the innocence of a child and think about, man, how can I learn from that child? You know, I try to always pick up game in every direction. Yeah, I went to prison for bank robbery, and it's, you know, at the end of the day, man, it's nothing to brag about. You know, they make movies about bank robbers, but man, it's really some garbage. You know what I mean? It's not like they say in the movies. It's not all romanticized in prison. Prison's a shithole. You know, you're around shitty people, and you know, when I got in there and started talking to some of these other guys, and you hear about some of the financial crimes these guys did and what their take was and how much time they were looking at and then how much time I was looking at, I'm like, man, I was a dumb motherfucker, man. I was in the wrong game. I was trying to use force and threat and coercion, and I should have been on some, you know, at the end of the day, some finesse and intellectual type shit, because, you know, I'm looking at a decade, and bank robbery, you know, if you go and you get a couple bags, you might get, you know, 100-some thousand if you're lucky. I mean, most people ain't getting that. They're getting, you know, 8,000, 20,000, 30,000, unless they hit an armored car, you know, which I know somebody who got away with, you know, they got away with like 17 million. But that's not really happening. That information is far and few between. But I say that to say, like I said, a decade for 100-some thousand, I could have, you know, you could if you work for that, you could make that 10 times over if you're on the street. But I decided to do a fucking bank robbery. And then I talked to this guy. He got over, you know, 15 million. Some type of phone billing scam, and is looking at 3 years. 3 years. This guy, you know, nerdy dude, he's not even going to the pen. He's probably going to a camp. He's looking at, you know, deal's gonna probably be 3 years. Five, you know, if he decides to go to trial, he's gonna get 10, but he's not going to trial. He's gonna take a deal. He's probably gonna get 5. If he you know, if he just takes the deal, it's 5, maybe 3.5. 15 million. You know, billing, electronically billing people on their phone bill and collecting for months, and made, you know, 13 million. Dude, if you think you're getting paper out there, man, you know, you better look around and see really who you're getting paper around and what level of the game you're really at, because a lot of the risk you're taking is not, it's not worth your reward is not equivalent to what, if you get caught up, what it's going to amount to. So in other words, I'm not saying go do a financial crime. I'm saying at the end of the day is elevate yourself to what equivalates to your value, so that you're not wasting your time with things that are beneath you. You know, it was beneath me to even be doing that type of shit. I mean, it's not worth it to, you know, run around and put a pistol to somebody and forcefully tell them to give me something, where if I just know how to type up a document or express myself or read a chart, I can make that same money in my office. Got to use your brain, man. A lot of us out here weren't using our brains, and it took going to hell, shithole, prison to figure out that we were hustling backwards. So I'm trying to tell you guys, you ain't got to hustle backwards before you even get caught up in that situation. Is peep game and just turn what you're doing a little bit, and you will have monumental success. You ain't got to go out here and rob the trap house or jack these niggas or, you know, do all this other stuff, man. You just got to pick up a book, start reading, learn about how to, you know, flip this investment, how to, you know, you can buy, you know, classic cars and turn around and make money and flip those, or you know, create you a dealership and sell cars to the homies, or, you know, get somebody to partner up with and start a contracting business. There's so many things you could do, man, but, you know, you're hustling in a way where you're going to put yourself more at risk than need be. And after you get caught up and if something stupid happens and you're like, man, that nigga told, well, that's what he does. He's a tattletale. You should have known that. You put somebody in a hell of a position, they're going to tell you to save their own ass. So before you put yourself in that position, listen to what I'm saying and get your game right, so you ain't got to go out like that, man. But you can go out with go out with being on the streets and stay free and getting your paper in the right way. So, you know, just something to thought, man, because like I said, I wasn't big time. I'm not going to come on here and brag like a lot of dudes. Oh, man, look, I was a little guy. Once I got to the feds and I seen what these guys are doing, I was a little guy. And it was a wake-up call, man. So I'm just trying to put you guys up on game so you ain't got to go through that wake-up call. You can get it from me on the street. Big Herc916.
Hello, I'm Big Herc916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.
Hey.
I got that work. Hey, see, while y'all in quarantine, I got that work. Split the coronavirus wig, man. Hey, go to the link in the description and get your limited edition coronavirus wig splitter shirts. Big Herc916 getting down fresh out.